Today, we will be looking at the Bitcoin structure, which is still leaving some room for lower prices, and also some very important data points like open interest, spot volume, and funding, which we're all going to explain, as well as the liquidation heat map, which is going to give us some further clues about price action. But let's get right into it and start with the chart structure. It is basically the exact same we've been pointing out for literal weeks. And now we think we are in the correction that we have been warning you about, that it is coming for quite some time. And what we think is important here is that this initial move down, and we also posted about this on Twitter and also to our members, we didn't think that this was the correction over. And now we're seeing, after this move up, which we think is a B wave, that we're now going to go even further down in a C wave. And exactly why we think that, besides the Elliott Wave structure, we're going to outline in a second. Just going into what this would exactly mean. Well, it could mean that we go down here into this area between 89 and 84k. This is the larger area, which is also a possible support box. But we think this is probably more likely. So somewhere in the upper area of the blue support box and somewhere in the general area of the purple box, which could be another, let me just check for you, another 10% dip that is coming. But most importantly, what is going to happen after this dip? And also, we've had this outlined for quite some time as well. I don't know where the 5 is on this chart, but what is going to happen after we have completed this correction is that we will see another bounce and we will go higher and we will break the 100k mark with this bounce as per our analysis, and go to new highs, which might reach as far as 120k. They could also go even higher. For exact price targets, you can check out our website if you're interested. Now let's get into this data that we see right here. Up here is the price, and this last bit is what we're going to be analyzing right here. And this is basically this bit on this chart. So this is just a lower time frame. And as you can see, while price was going down here and is still going down, open interest went up. And what is open interest? Open interest is how many leveraged positions are in the market, so longs and shorts added together. And as you can see, while the price was going down, and it was spot volume was also going down, so people were not buying spot, they were buying leverage. Leveraged positions in total went up. So what could this mean? Well, let's look at the liquidation heat map. It could mean, as you can see back here, during the time frame when this went lower, there were new, those colors basically got brighter, which means there were more positions added, which means more longs are being added down here. As you can see here, increase in open interest, decrease in price, darker color here, more longs are being added. Of course, more shorts are also being added, but more longs are being added. And this gives us fuel because we are going to be probably liquidating them to have further downside pressure. If you want to know exactly how the liquidation heat map works, exactly how to read things like this and how to interpret it for your advantage, and also why we are going to be liquidating those levels, feel free to check out our website where we explain all of that. But yeah, that is basically the current scenario we think is going to happen. We also have this green scenario on the chart, which would be even more bearish, but we're going to not pay attention to that because that's not as likely as this primary scenario is, at least for right now. So this is the main one we are watching. And well, this basically just tells us there's some sort of divergence in the market. And there is just a good chance that we see and we go even lower, as you can see here. And it's not unlikely that we breach into this 90k area. Also, what you can see is, what you might be wondering, well, there is so much liquidity up here at the 100k level. Why isn't it not reasonable that we go and collect this? And it is absolutely reasonable that we will collect this at some point, and we definitely will, at least in our opinion. The question just now is, will it happen now or will it happen later? And we think it will happen later also because the order book shows us there is so much selling pressure at these levels. It will be so incredibly hard to push past these levels because so many people are selling their Bitcoin at 100k. So we think to build up more strength, we will see another correction downwards. We will collect some of these longs and then we will see a reversal to the upside, which could go quite high. Again, imagine if we go maybe here, middle of the blue support box, and then we hit the 100K mark, it's going to be 25% gain. And then to the heights of the bull market, which we have also outlined in the last video to an extent, that could be something like 40% or more. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just our opinion. Do your own research. Yeah, but I think with that, enough said for this video. If you're interested on our website, this is just a quick preview. We have sort of these trading signals where we're telling exactly how we are executing our trades. We also have our analysis, which is basically a more extended and a more in-depth view of things you can already learn from these videos. Also have an FAQ for more questions that you might have, and these are our 3 tiers. If you're interested, please check out the first link in the description. But I think enough said. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.